Good evening, everyone. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I come to you live Monday evenings at 7 p.m. And I hope everyone is doing well this evening. And I think I'm live, and I think it's working, and I'm not going to switch the screen because I don't know if that's what does this, makes it go crazy. Actually, I think that I figured out what made it not work. Hi, Mom. Nice to see you. So my StreamYard account, which is the one that I use to actually do my streaming, it was out of RAM, or it was out of, I don't know what it's really called, but so it records these and it keeps them recorded, and it was out of, I couldn't record anymore, which I haven't been saving the recordings, but apparently it saves it automatically. So I think that's what was happening, was I was out of space on that system. And so just at that time, the system quit working because I was noticing that I had like probably just about the same amount of time the system would quit working. I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. Why would it do that at that same specific time? So I kept looking at it and I'm like, this is just so strange. So I went in and I deleted previous online ones that I had done previously, and I actually dumped them to my YouTube account. So I still have them. And it seemed to work that first week. So, excuse me, I'm hoping that that's what was the reasoning. So I think I have that. I'm hoping. No, it doesn't. Yeah. I think that might have been what it is. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that that's what it is. And I'll keep going in and I'll keep deleting some of them and moving them to my YouTube account so that I can still save them. But anyways, so I think I got that problem fixed. So I hope everyone had a great weekend. Oh my goodness, isn't it getting super warm out there? We were walking like in the mornings. Well, we can't do that anymore. So actually this morning we went to the gym because it was just too dang hot out there. We've been so busy. We're home this week and then we're gone some days next week, and then we're home for a little while and then we're gone again. So, oh my goodness, it's been kind of crazy for us, but it's been fun. We've enjoyed it. We've had a good time. So this weekend we actually went and saw the new Jurassic movie that's out. That was really pretty good. We actually both enjoyed that. We had a good time with that. That's one of those movies that you have to see on the big screen because there's so much going on, and it's got such 3D, and you have to see the big dinosaurs, and you have to see that on the big screen. Too bad it's kind of scary, or I take the boys to see it because they love dinosaurs, but it's too scary for them. I mean, there's a lot of scary parts in it, and so I think that'd be too scary for them, so I don't want to take them to see it. They're still a little bit too young, and it's got some stuff in it. It's PG-13. It's too young for them, but maybe when they're older, they'll get to see all the Jurassic Park movies, trilogies. But it was fun. We certainly enjoyed that. So then I was trying to think of, I haven't done a card on Mondays in so long just because we've been here and there and gone and coming back, and we went camping, and then, oh my goodness, that was crazy. We came back on a Sunday, but then oh my gosh, when we came back on a Monday, and that was just crazy. Oh, it's buffering on me. And so I just couldn't put one together. So we do have some new online products that came out, but I don't have those yet. So I was just kind of looking. We do have a release of some new products, but I don't quite have them yet. We do have ones that I have not played with, so I drug those out. people have played with them, but I have not. So I drug those out. I need a birthday card for next month. We're going to my sister-in-law's, and I do need a birthday card. So I dug out the it's called the Lovely Garden Suite Collection. It's actually really pretty. I didn't actually use the stamp set. The stamp set's called Thankful Garden. I don't know why they named the paper differently than the stamp set, but the stamp set's really pretty. I ended up not using the stamp set because I wanted a birthday card. But it is pretty. You could stamp this. This is really, really pretty. But it says, thankful for you, friend, and thanks, with love, you make a difference. And then you can stamp all these flowers kind of things, which would be kind of pretty to do also. I went into my stash of stamps because you all know that I've been too busy to play with my cards. I know. That is very crazy because I'm usually in my craft room at least 2 or 3 days a week, and I just have not even been able to do that. And that's my favorite thing to do. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. So I went into my stash to find a happy birthday stamp, and they've discontinued this, so I'm sorry, but I just still use my discontinued ones, even for people that obviously don't know Stampin' Up. They don't really care. So I found this Round We Go. And I liked this happy birthday one, so I just pulled it, and that's one I used for my happy birthday stamp. This paper is beautiful. Now, this is the part of the suite that I'm using. So this is part of the Lovely Garden Suite. This paper is gorgeous. This is the paper that we're using. And it's got like all different kinds of colors to it. I mean, and it's got plain, and then it's got dots, and then it's got green, and it's got this paper. This one's pretty too. Purple on one side, and it's got like lines on one. So I mean, this is really pretty. I like that it's got black and white on one. That's really pretty. Then it has like this really pretty green one. So that's black and white on one. So it's got some really pretty, so one of the sides is black and white, and then one of the sides has got really pretty colors to it. So that's really nice. I really like that. I really liked this. And in this paper, this one that we're using, this is beautiful. This is Blueberry Bushel, and this is my favorite, of course. So this is a purple one. So the card that I made to show everyone is a purple one, but the card I'm making to give away is this Melon Mambo one. And this Melon Mambo is very beautiful as well. The paper in this is really, really pretty. So this is the card we're going to make. And the lady's name that I got this from her name is Tracy. So this is so pretty. I really liked it. It's a simple, easy card. This is not focusing. But I loved it because it was so pretty. So this purple is the Fresh Freesia. But I had a hard time cutting it because I wanted to have this Fresh Freesia in there. So I actually cut my Melon Mambo first and then cut this out so that I could at least have some of this Fresh Freesia showing. So it was a task to do that. But then I just, of course, left the inside white, which I don't always do, but I think there's a stamp set I'm going to go hunt down somewhere. I saw that I had used in another card, and it said, hope all your wishes come true. I just have to go hunt it down, but I didn't want to hunt it down yet, that I'm going to stamp in when I give it to her. But yeah, and then of course I obviously did the envelope as well. So super easy card, but yet it just is so pretty. So simple, easy tonight. Again, we're going to use the Melon Mambo. And I think that these dots also are not in the catalog, but as you see, I have an entire pack of them. So again, when I do cards for other people, I try not to do discontinued things for my live, but When I'm sending cards out for people, they don't really know that they're discontinued. So these Sunny Day dots, they're so pretty, and Melon Mambo is in them, so I'm using them. All right, so I already cut all the pieces out, got all the pieces ready like I always do. Oh, thank you. I know, it was so elegant. It's so pretty. So, of course, I'm going to put the piece on for my envelope so it can dry and get that all ready. So it dries, because I seem to want to get all the glue on the edges these days. I'm not sure why. So it'll dry. So when I cut it out, it won't be all crazy. And I can cut it out. Is that right? That's right. I felt like it was my other piece, but it's not. That's my right piece. So we're I'll have the kids tomorrow for a little while. I'll have just some of the kiddos tomorrow afternoon. Jess has to get some of the kiddos. I think she takes Garrett to the doctor. He has to get his shots for school. So she has to take him. She doesn't want to take all of them to the doctor, which I don't blame her. So she's like, yeah. All right, so I'm going to put this mat down. It just makes it easier. This piece is so little, and it just moves all over the place. So I'm going to stamp the happy birthday on this piece. So I just took I had a piece of scrap. And so this is the Textured Notes die. And that comes with all kinds of dyes in it. But I really like the etching on this. So that's how I got the etching. But I just cut it out of a piece of scrap. But you could probably just take, probably like a 3 1/4 by 1 3/8 piece. And then that way you don't have to use a whole big piece or get in your scrap bin and find a piece and then just run it through the die set. And then here's our happy birthday, and I'm going to stamp it with the Melon Mambo. And I have been having to re-ink some of my stamps because my stamp pads, I've been using them, and I don't know that I've actually re-inked any of my stamp pads in a long time. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit so that I can get this on here. So as I've been using them, I've been re-inking them. All right, I'm going to try and stamp this just about in the middle of this. It's always harder when the stamp is like not all even, but we'll just make it just about. All right, that actually looks pretty good. Okay, so my normal size that I like is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. You could do it up and down this way too. You could do it 4 1/4 by 11. I just like it this way. I like it going this way, and just my preference. But you can do it either way. And then we're gonna fold it. And then I like to crease it. Some people don't crease theirs. So they crease it, but they don't score it. I like it scored because then it makes it easier for me to crease. And then use my bone folder. It is your card, and everyone's different, and everyone has a preference. So. And you could also fold it this is the way we're going to, instead of it going this direction, we're going to go this direction. So even though it's cut that way, you can put it either direction, but today we're going to go this direction. So it's going to open this way. And to give it some more, I embossed this with the eyelet embossing. So that's going to be really pretty on there. And again, I didn't really do anything with the inside of this. However, I had a piece left over. Did I put it in there? Oh, I did not. I wonder if it's in my scrap pile here. I had a piece left over, and I thought, oh, that will go on there perfect. And I was like, yeah, I do. Okay, so, but I wanted to save it for this card and not put it on my other card. So I'm going to put it on the inside, and I'm going to put it like right there. And then I'm going to put that on the inside. So I'm going to glue that and then cut that off at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that on. But I'm not going to put any glue at the very bottom. I'm going to put some glue just right there. I think my light is dying because it is not all the way bright. Let's give it a little rest there. I'm going to need a new lamp. I wonder why it's so dark in here. It's usually pretty light in here. All right. Nice thing about the silicone mat, if I had put glue all the way over past that, it would stick to that and not my glue doesn't stick as much to that, but it does still stick. So we're gonna be able to cut that off. There we go. That's all really pretty there. All right, so then we have two pieces of Melon Mambo. The square Melon Mambo is 3.5 by 3.5, and the rectangle Mambo is 2.5 by 4 3/4. And then we have two pieces of the Designer Series paper. The square is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and the rectangle is 2 1/4 by 4 1/2. So we'll glue these pieces on. Get that kind of square on there. Okay. And then we'll do this one. With this mat on here, then it helps it so it's not so slick either. Sometimes I pick it up and do it, but it seems like when I'm doing these, it's a little bit easier. Depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes it's easier to hold it. Sometimes it's easier to lay it down. All right. So now we're going to put on this. I'm going to open the card base up. All right, so there's two sides to this. And when you have it in front of you, you can feel that one side's a little bit more bumpy and one side's a little bit smooth. You can do it either way. If you want the smooth side, you still can see it still looks pretty good. This side is just the bumpier side, and it just has a little more texture to it. So you can put that side in there too. I prefer the bumpy side be up on my card and the smooth side on the down side. So since it's textured, you have to make sure that you get your glue on there pretty good. Some people use our tape runner. I still haven't mastered the tape runner. So I just make sure that I have a lot of glue, not a lot, but more glue than normal on here, because you got to get in the little crevices. And then I put a dot not super close to the corner because it'll squish out. But I just make sure that I have it up by the corners so that it sits down and it won't curl up. So now that we have that, I'm going to set this up and put this on here. And it kind of curls a little bit, so you want to kind of flatten it out a little bit so you can kind of see where you're sitting on the card. Trying to make it as even as you can. It's always hard to do. That looks pretty good. And then hold it on one side and then just kind of smush it around so that it doesn't move on you. And then smush it around on the other side, getting all the glue in the little spots, making sure you've gotten it on there. Okay. It does take it a little extra minute to get stuck to the other card because it is bumpy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the inside in there. You know what, I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna stamp the other stamp when I find it, and I don't wanna, if I mess it up, I wanna be able to put it on there. All right, so now we're going to put this piece, and we're gonna put this piece this way. And I'm gonna glue this piece down. And we're gluing to the bumpy stuff, so it's going to be kind of the same. So we're going to kind of make it even up, bottom, top, and sides as best we can. Now, I'm not mailing this, and it probably wouldn't matter even if you were going to mail it, but I'm going to use my dimensionals. Now, when I did this, there we go. I didn't put dimensionals all the way, but I think I'm going to this time. I didn't go all the way up here. I did it like in the middle on my card because you don't, I don't know that you need to, because I put the dimensionals like in the middle of this because it's already sticking up. You don't need to put the dimensionals here, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and do it like I would normally and see how it goes. I would normally put them up here and up here. would normally put them all over, so maybe so. I'm wondering if that is better. Well, fine then. And then in the middle. Let's just see. All right. Oh, it's stuck to my finger. Okay. My thought was that it's already bumpy, so you don't need the dimensionals. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you do. Let's see which one is right and which one is wrong. I'm not mailing it, so you can put as many as you want on there. Taking it with me, so all right. It's the same actually, so I guess it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's the same. Well, no, this one is actually higher with it just being in the middle. This lays better. So actually this way is better. All right. And then I just glued this in the middle. I didn't glue it in the middle there on the other one because I wanted the purple to stick out. But since this color is all over, putting it in the middle will be just fine. So let's glue this. And because on this outside there is this decoration and it actually has holes, you don't want to put your glue there. Okay. Oops, I moved. All right, I know. Oh, there's my sunny dots. Okay, let's put some dots on here. These dots are so pretty. All right, put one there. Make sure they stick. All right, you're supposed to do not even numbers, you're supposed to do odd. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to do one more because it just needed some more stuff to it. So I'm supposed to do it in a triangle. I think I'm going to put this one up here. It just is calling me to go this way. So there we go. And I will put the inside once I find that. stamp that I want for in there. And I'll put it in there. But let's cut the, see my sticky. I think yesterday's was really sticky when I cut it. Alrighty, so there's our 2 cards in the envelopes, but there's our 2 cards for today. Thank you, Mom. Yeah, I really liked those. Either one is pretty, but she's pink too, so I, obviously made a pink one instead of a purple one, but I really liked both of them because you pull it, and I thought this blue would be really pretty to make a card out of as well. To pull this blueberry bushel out, that would be super pretty as well. So either one, all of them are really pretty cards to make those different ones out of. So that's one. So there's our birthday cards. So if you need anything, please feel free to get a hold of me, and I'll be happy to help you out. We do have a lot of new online things. Very pretty. I'm getting some of them ordered already. I should get some more in probably this week. I won't have time maybe to get them done because we'll be gone next week. So hopefully the following week I'll have some new things. But anyways, I will see you later, and you guys have a great evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.